Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House, and we're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. So thanks for joining today, and I want to give a special welcome and shout out to all the new subscribers. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Gayle, for showcasing your version of my secret fabric flips. That was a lot of fun to watch. So if you haven't watched that yet, I hope you'll go over to Gayle's and look at her fabric flips that she did with that secret pocket that we were doing. If I think of it when I load this, I'll put a little link to it as well in the description box. But today what I'm going to do is, remember we did those envelopes? I really just wanted to do them as kind of a foundation and then add to it. And so what I thought I would do is maybe just make like a little journal out of it. So I grabbed a couple of more envelopes and a digital and just thought I would give it a shot and see what happens. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, this is literally like totally, we're going to just see what happens, because I may not remember how I did any of it. This is the one, Miss Anderson, that I wanted to save out to make a Christmas one. So here's a Christmas envelope. And then you remember I did her upside down. So I'm still thinking about how I'm going to do that. What I might do is either just maybe make like a full pocket. I hate to do that because, you know, an envelope, it's fun to use as an envelope. But I will definitely figure it out for sure. I have these sitting here because I bought them this weekend at a flea market. I'll tell you all about that here in a little bit. And then I wanted to bring one into the studio to put my coffee on. So I thought, oh, I'll just show you that I got these. I thought they were really neat. I love them so much. Anyways, I brought those, so I'll set those aside too. Okay, so what I did in prep was I put these together the way that I thought that they should go, and all I did was just slide the flap into the other envelope. So see, like that. And initially I went through and put an X on the ones that would slide in, because I knew that I needed to, what I wanted to do is put some paper there. And so I knew that's what I wanted to do. And then I went back and thought, you know what, I need to put the order that I want. So like I put A and A. So this one slides into A. B, this slides into B. Because once I get to talking, it's all over with. I won't remember what I'm doing. And then this top one, this shouldn't be in there. This A just goes in here. And then the top one is going to wrap completely around. Like that. And, okay, so here's the digital that I'm going to use for the inside. It's from Kate Craft Stores. It's her grungy papers. Even though this isn't grungy, I thought some of these would look really fun. Let's pull them out real quick. I thought they would look really fun with this yearbook, these yearbook papers. So we have some blue music paper. I think it looks like I printed twice. Numbers. And then just some grungy numbers and text. And I printed that twice. So we should have plenty. Looks like there's other styles, but these are the ones that I had left in here from either didn't use or the other ones I hadn't printed yet. And then I don't know if you remember when I did the Peacock journal. This is one of the digitals. I could not find this kit on Etsy to refer to. So when I go into the office to put this on YouTube, I'm going to look and see if I can find it. But I have looked and looked on my phone and I just couldn't find it. But it's a digital of a velvet book cover, and it's absolutely, I mean, it really looks velvet. So I thought it's going to be big enough, I believe, here to here, to make it, or to here, to make this journal cover, and then we'll have some left over to do something with. So I think the cover is going to need to go last. Pardon me. Then I also cut out from the let's see, the Bruins 1958. I don't know if you can see that. 1958 yearbook. I cut out some pictures to make ephemera to put in. I really doubt we'll get to this today because I think this is going to take all my concentration, but I thought they were super cute. Little different clubs. I thought this was kind of funny, actually. I'd never heard of this, the library club. It looks very exciting. I'm not sure what they do. I don't know. Does anybody know about a library club? And if so, can you tell us what the club does? Do you remember, I mean, we used to have to use the card catalog. Maybe they helped in sorting or helping people to understand the card catalog. I miss the card catalog. I loved it. So I really like to get the vintage card catalog cards. Then these were some advertisements that were in there in the yearbook. I thought they were really fun. And look how you just dial UN4 6331. It's funny. And then some pictures of some sophomores. Super fun. The glasses are neat. The hairstyles. On the back, here's some more. I loved it. Okay, so I thought I would use those, tuck them in here, fold them up, what have you, to put it in the envelopes. Okay, let's get started. Here's my plan. The first thing I think I need to do is to cover this side of the envelopes. That's plan A, I think. Cover that side of the envelope. So let's put this over here, and let's see, I'm going to try to make them somewhat, we'll see if I can get them somewhat to go together. And I'll pull that out just for a second. And even though it has just this little V here, once I get this glued on here, I'm going to go ahead and snip, I think, to make it really apparent that that's a pocket. And I think it'll help to get it, smooth it in a little bit better. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? Let's do it like that. I'm winging it. Can you tell? I'm winging it. So, okay. I'm going to really try to keep these pockets or these envelopes in order. Okay. I was getting ready to start this video, and all of a sudden I hear this wind kick up, like really kick up to the point where I hear things hitting the roof. Well, Joey's been outside mowing, and I'm like, well, what in the world, where is he? And then a storm really fast hit. And so I went in to look out from the mudroom to look outside. There he is on the mower, headset on, mowing, just mowing away like nothing's going on, like we're not in the middle of a storm. Excuse me. And I thought, well, you know what? I mean, I have like I don't know what they're called, a triangle that you bang, you know. I think they used to, cowboy days, they'd do it and it'd be chow, and that's what I use it for, like if Joey's out back working. in the back acreage. I will clang that when it's lunch or dinner. Well, I thought, well, I could clang the bell. And then I thought, no, he knows it's raining. He knows it's storming. So I'm sure he'll come in when he feels like he's ready. So wind's blowing. It's raining. Thundering. Thankfully, no lightning at the point. And we don't have a tornado warning or watch or anything going right now, so that's good. And then about 10 minutes later, here he comes. But, I mean, it started pouring at that point. It was soaked. Okay, I'm going to leave that for a second. I don't want to get too far away from what I'm doing here because I will forget that this is A. So I wonder if it's dry enough for me to snip it. It doesn't feel like it. Okay, well, let's move on to the next one. That's A. Okay, here's B. Pull him out. And that's what I do without. Okay, that. Let's just put a blue one there. So yeah, you may hear some storming because it's still storming. I told Joey, I said after my video, let's watch a movie. You know, when it's storming like that, it's so fun to watch a movie, I think. So, while I'm doing this, if I can think and do this at the same time. So Joey and I went out of state this weekend. Since it's a long weekend, we went out of state and saw my nephew. Well, my daughter and her family were going to go see my nephew, her cousin, and spend the long 3-day weekend. But she is a nurse practitioner, and so she was on call, and so they couldn't go. So I said to Joey, I said, hey, what do you think about us going and spending the weekend? So I called my nephew and I said, hey, we'd love to see you guys. You know, when they live out of state, we don't get to see him as often. And he's like, yeah, come on, you know, and they had kind of been expecting, you know, to have company anyway. So they were like, come on. So we made the plans to come. Well, then my daughter's on call got switched to next weekend. So then they were able to go. So we got to spend, which this is so fun. We got to spend the weekend with my nephew and his family of 5 and my daughter and her family of 6. And I mean, you know, you don't, even though she lives in the same town we do, I mean, we don't spend the weekend with them. You know, we see them here and there, and then dinner once in a while, and, you know, kids' activities and stuff. But spending the weekend, oh my gosh, we had such a nice time. It was just so nice. So that was really fun and very low key, hanging out. And then the kids all, oh my gosh, they play so good together. And am I doing this even right? What is happening? Something just doesn't look right here. I'm guessing it's right. I've got my numbers down, so I need to trust myself. Or my letters down. So on Saturday, the girls went flea marketing, and the boys went fishing. Everyone had a great time. I'm going to have to do, you know, a show for you on what we got, because I just really got some great stuff. Okay, so that's A. I have to keep doing this because I just do not want to forget where I'm at. That's B. That Uhu is really melty. It's kind of rippling the paper. Okay, so that's... All right, so where are we at here? A, B, B. Once those dry, we'll clip them. B. Okay. C. All right. I feel like I'm just making a big old glue mess here. C. And then Joey and I left yesterday. The rest of the family is coming back today. They may already be home. I'm not sure. And then Joey and I stopped at another flea market on the way home that we've never been to, because we've never been to my nephew's home before. It's quite a little ways, and we've been intending to on a 3-day weekend, but something had happened last year. I think we got sick and we weren't able to go. Anyways, so on the way back, we found a flea market. I was surprised on a Sunday that it was open, because a lot of times, you know, they close, if they are open, they close at 4 or 5, and was already 4, and I was like, oh, we're never going to find anything. And then we happened upon one. Just happened upon one. So I went in, and I tell you, I had so much fun. The owner had the majority of things in there, although she did have some booths to rent, I guess. I mean, you could tell that there was like numbers and stuff on the tag. But she seemed to have the majority of things, and she was willing to wheel and deal, and I love that. I just feel like we hit it off. I just really liked her a lot. I feel like we hit it off. I feel like she was able to turn some stock, and I was able to get some things at a pretty good price, and all was good. We had a great time. Stood there and chatted with her for a while after we checked out, and chit-chatted about different things. It was really nice. So yeah, I'll show you some of the things. I've got a few things that I really want to launder first, but they're delicate, so I'm just kind of figuring that out. Okay, now, okay, I hope I didn't get mixed up. Okay, so he goes there, that goes there. This is going to go here. Oh, so far so good. Okay, and then this will be the last one, and I'm tempted to sew around these real thin around these envelopes. I'm going to put you in just a little bit. Yeah, I'm tempted. You can see I got a little off here, but I'll put some distress ink or whatever there. But I'm tempted to go around them before I totally connect them, because they just are kind of, I don't know, they just don't feel super secure for some reason with that glue. Okay, we have one more, and let's see. Let's see, what did I use that one? Well, actually, we have 2 more, because this one's going to go here. So I don't want to do that. Maybe do this music here, since the other one we did the text, so we could do the music here. So we just had a great time, and it was a very long trip for us. We don't usually drive, you know, that far, but it was highway, and I was thankful for that, because I have motion sickness very easily. And I've been kind of struggling the last couple of weeks with vertigo, so Never had that before, but I keep having these dizzy feelings. So I kind of wonder if it's due to allergies and stuff. Just kind of getting me. Okay. Okay, so I do have some very exciting news. I think I mentioned it earlier, but I don't want to tell you about it just yet. I just want you to know that it's exciting and I'm pumped about it. Depending on how far I get with this little guy, the next video may be what I'm excited about, and I will share it in a video and tell you as much as I know about it. Okay. I had so much fun looking through that yearbook. I even took extra time and just thumbed through and looked and read, and I want to show you one thing that looks like it would be super fun as super fun for like kind of like paper dolls. Let me just show you real fast while I'm thinking of it. It's the football team and like the Spirit Girls or whatever. Okay, so look how they've cut them, or they're just suspended, you know, they're not. Look how fun these are. Wouldn't that be fun to cut out? We'll put those on tags and stuff. So there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, I guess we'll just say 7 pages because unfortunately some are overlapping others. So you have to make that decision, which is always hard for me. To make the decision which to cut, this one or the one on the back. But like, that's a really fun picture. This is a super fun picture of Diane Dwyer. She's a fun girl. I like this one. So yeah, I thought those were pretty fun. And this one, isn't that the best? Whoops. Jean Vale. I love it. Anyways, I thought those were cool. See how I interrupt myself. Okay, let's get back. Don't forget what we're doing. Okay, so now let's do this side. So we did blue number, blue number. So I think we'll do this one again. Doesn't matter which way the print goes because it has print going every which way. So you're still going to get some, which is good for me because I did some of mine upside down. So some of my fronts were upside down. So my nephew's home is a little bit like ours, where sometimes it can be a little spotty in the sense of when you have I'm going to cut this part off. When you have like internet or whatever, you kind of getting, you know, you can get, when you're driving down there, you can get in like little pockets. Even for phone service, cell service. So I was calling my mom to let her know we were on our way home, and it was a little spotty. I had to call her a couple of times to make the one phone call. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm in my own way here just for a second while I line that up as good as I can. A little crooked. All right, well, we're just going to do it. Try to... I just don't like that. Let's see if I can get it off without tearing it too bad. Let's see if we can get it back on. You know, I think probably one of my favorite things, excuse me, being there with everyone was, and if you're a mama and a grandma, you probably can appreciate this and know what I'm talking about. Sitting back and just listening to their conversation and watching the grandchildren play together. I mean, it's just, you know, you just don't even have to be super involved in the whole thing. Like if they're doing something, just being a spectator of it is just, to me, so wonderful. I'm just so in love with my family that it just does me good. Okay, got that done. I'm going to toss that piece. That. I'm going to fold this over. Okay, I got a little bit of glue there, but that's okay. We're going to cover it. Okay, let's take a look and see how I did. Okay, so we have that. I guess I should get it to where you can see it. And that. 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 And that. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and punch. Get this one in there. We'll punch this just to, so we know it's a pocket. Okay. And I am going to cover the flaps too. So I think that'll be good. That's good. Okay, that to there. Cutting them a little deeper than I normally do just because it's the envelope actually comes up to the seam pretty close. So I thought, well, maybe this will help. And I don't know if that's going to be kind of cumbersome for whatever we put in there. We'll see before we glue everything together. Okay, so that's going to go there. Oh, okay, what did I do here? Okay, so this one isn't going to have... Okay, so that... What's happening? Okay, there we go. I don't know what I was thinking. My mind's twisted on this. Oh, that one must not be. Ugh. Oh no, it's not dry enough. Try to get it without it looking too hand done. Guess it's not bad. Okay. Excuse me, brother. All right. Okay, envelopes, behave. What's happening here? might not be able to sew them because they really fit very secure as the, you know, because they're the same size. So I may not be able to sew them unless I do it at, you know, I don't know how I would do it after. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Did I get that one? Okay, that one's done. Is this one dry enough? It feels dry. Yeah, that one punched out. Okay. This one dry? Feels it. We'll see. Okay. All right, let's see how it goes. If we got it. Okay, good. All right, so now I'm going to get a little sip of coffee. Just my throat's a little scratchy. Okay, thank you. All right. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to put some paper here on this one. I'm going to just set these two like that so I don't forget what I'm doing. Okay. Just need one more craft tool on the desk. Okay. What do I want to do? Maybe I want to just use coffee dyed paper or something. There. Got some scraps here. Maybe that would work. There's some scraps. Let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and do the whole thing because I just think it's going to be easier, you know, line everything up and just be easier. All right. Oh, when we were at my nephew's, he is a master griller. I don't say that lightly. He literally is the it. And so while we were there, he grilled. First, he smoked a, what did he smoke? Like a pork butt. And then he also smoked ribs, big thing of ribs, 3 racks of ribs. It was, I mean, it was just unbelievably good. And then his wife made, you know, different salads, potato salad, or let's see, she had potato salad, coleslaw, potato salad, coleslaw, oh, and macaroni salad. I mean, we were not going to go hungry. And it was also my great nephew's birthday weekend, so we had a little birthday party for him. And so there was cake, ice cream. I mean, It was just a marvelous time. It was just a great time. It just makes you think you just want to be around, you know, your family more than that next generation is. I just love them so much. That's like when I go to Kathy's, I'm like, are the kids coming over? You know, I just love it so much. And this was our sister Shelley's son. So, okay, so we did that. Now this one. Okay. I'm kind of quiet. I'm thinking. It reminds me, this weekend my daughter was trying to learn the Rubik's Cube. I'll go back around and glue those really good. My grandson is an ace at the Rubik's Cube, and so he was teaching his mama how to do it. And wait a second, did I do that right? Where's that at? Where's that from? Where's the one I just did? Is it here? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, okay, so this goes here. Okay, so that goes there. So I don't glue the other one. Okay, so then this one is the one I glue. All right. Anyway, so yeah, he was teaching her how to do the Rubik's Cube, and she got it. And then I shuffled it back up, and she did it again. And she really did it in like, I don't know, I'm going to say within 3 minutes. I was so impressed. So that's kind of how this envelope is. Rubik's Cube. So, all right. The process is easy. You know, I think I'm making it more difficult because I'm chatting. Chit-chatting about it. But basically, you're just putting the envelope tab flap in the adjoining one. Keep this one back. You're just putting it in like that. Okay. These are really great for if you're wanting to do like a Happy Mail ephemera exchange. These are a great thing to use that for. Okay. Getting there. Okay, did I already use that? Okay. I need to get another piece of scratch paper. Let's see here. I don't think I want pink. Is this long enough? Somewhere it is. Okay. That's really fun paper. I don't know what we'll do with it, but we'll definitely do something with it. Alrighty. Crooked, but that's okay. So first I went and put an X on all the ones that I wanted to put paper on, you know, put a pretty paper or coffee dyed paper on. And then I thought, you know what, I better put corresponding which pocket it goes in. Otherwise I'll be confused. And that now that we're covering them up, that is why I'm trying really hard to keep everything in order. You could mix and match envelopes. So if you, let's say at a thrift store, you got, sometimes you can find a box of envelopes from greeting cards years gone by. They don't all have to be the same. Of course, you can't put the big ones in a little one, but you could pile little ones in a big one. Okay. Need to change the sponge on this thing. It doesn't look to me like it's worn down very much, but it keeps splitting off. Little pieces keep coming off from when I split it with the paper, like a paper cut, when I paper cut it. And I noticed that these envelopes had little brown spots on them. And I think it's because, as you can see here, little pieces are falling off. And then I let my envelope sit on it and then they got stained, which is no big deal. But if it had been something I didn't want stained, it would have probably been a deal to me. Alrighty. What's it hooked on? Okay. All right, so we're getting there. I'm just, you really can't see this on this one. I'm just knocking that white edge down. Once we get it all together, I'll go back around and get anything that I've missed. And I want to kind of glue down those other sides a little bit. Okay, that's going to go, yep, that's going to go in there. Okay, that'll fit. I had to double check myself because most of them were not gluing the glue seal side of the envelope, but on this one, because it's the back page, that's what we're doing. I don't know if you can hear thundering. It looks like it's nighttime right now, but it's only about 2:30 in the afternoon. That's why I thought a nice movie would be fun. Maybe Joey's picking one out. I almost, when it's like this, you get your quilt, you snuggle up on the couch. Almost like to watch a movie that I've seen before. Kind of like an old movie. You don't have to pay too much attention, so if you doze off, you're still good. Just a thought. Life skills from Jenny. Wow, I just can't get over it. We were so relaxed at my nephew's. So relaxed. So much fun. Laughing, laughing, laughing. Our family traditionally is pretty comical. My dad was very, very quick-witted, and my mom picks up on the wit and carries it on. So we grew up in a very humorous home. And so I don't know if it comes from, I don't know if we get it if it's hereditary or if it's a skill that we learned, but my family can be pretty funny. And when you get everybody together, it is complete laughter all the time. It's like I told you before, nobody cracks me up like Kathy. Nobody makes me laugh like her. And it's just funny. Her kids are funny. My kids are funny. My sister Shelly's kids are funny. Everybody's funny. And it makes for a really good time. And my son-in-law is hysterical. And he's the kind of guy that picks up on characteristics that you have that, you don't really realize you're doing them. And he'll call them out, and it's so funny. You're like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that. Everybody's like, yeah, you always do that, and oh my gosh, it's so funny. Anyways, we had a great time. Can you tell? I can't stop talking about it. Okay, I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that. Okay. All right. How are we doing? 45 minutes already. All right. So this might go a little long just because I would like to glue those and get the cover on. If I'm like this, could I still get something in it? Yeah, I can. It lays flat. All right. Now this may be the tricky part. Okay. Let's slide that up. Glue. Okay. Okay, glue that down. Glue this side down. And now that Labor Day is, over. Well, today's Labor Day, but, it's getting ready to be over. Now that that's over, we will have fall to look forward to. We'll have Thanksgiving to look forward to. And then before you know it, Christmas is going to be here. That's why I have got to start on Christmas. So I hope I'm not in the way while I'm doing these. So basically all I'm doing is putting that flap back in there and gluing it down. So we put the paper here. I'm gluing on this side. Wait. Yeah, I'm gluing on this side. poking it in. Keep that back. Goes in pretty quick, pretty nicely, you know. Make sure I've got it on the seam. Okay. Now quickly, before I put that back on, I'm going to go around these real quick, because this is where the original part of the envelope was, and it's not, you know how it doesn't always, it's not always glued down, and so it's causing this to poke up a little bit. So I'm just going around that. Usually when we reuse an envelope, usually we tear that part off if it's an older envelope. I don't want to glue that down. Let me just make sure I didn't glue this pocket down. I don't like how that's bending up. Maybe I should have left a little bit of a gap. That might not be a bad idea if you make one, to leave just a little bit of a gap. When you're sewing in those flaps. When you're putting this one in, maybe just leave a little bit of a gap. See how I've got it like butted right up there? So it's kind of folding back a little bit. Okay, we're just about done. All right. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down. Like that. Okay, see, it's a nice little book. And where's my cover? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it this. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the Oohoo, but on the edges I'm gonna go around it really good with the art glitter glue. Okay. I think I'm breathing with my mouth open here. Allergies have been really, really bad. It's the price we pay when you have allergies, but you love to be outside and see all the beauty. So I mention it, but not in a complaint, just in the sense of that's why. That is why you keep hearing. Now let's see, how did I want to do that? I want to do this way. I think I'll do it this way. You're still going to see that seam no matter what. This seam here, this. but I think I like it like this. Okay. I just didn't want the peacock on there this time. I guess they could have been the peacocks, you know, that could have been their mascot. But I decided I didn't want to do the, well, a little bit off, but I'll trim it up. So we'll have that peacock to use on something else. Off camera, I will go around, maybe put some washi or something around the edges of some of these envelopes, and maybe decorate a little bit, and then I'll show it to you. Okay. Just kind of bend it a little bit while it's... Now, why is that not doing that? It worked while we were all this time, but now it's not working. What's going on? There we go. Is that right? Huh. Oh, I know why. Okay, so here's another lesson learned. Okay, so at the very end, when I took that last envelope and I wrapped it around and glued it, you can even see a little bit here, an indentation. I don't know if you can see it. Instead of what I did and glued it flush to the edge, like we have been, initially I had made a little bridge out of that envelope. Well, when I went to glue it down, I just went by the seam of the envelope, by the fold of the envelope, instead of using the little bridge I had made. So that has made it barely cover. Well, it doesn't even cover. But we can add something or put some, you know, add a little something here. I still like it. I like how the velvet looks. I think it's fun. I think it's fun. Okay. Well, there you go. Thanks for hanging out with me and doing it with me. I can see if we did it again, you know, I can see where I can make improvements. So hopefully you can learn from some of my mistakes and avoid a few things yourself, like that cover situation. Okay, everyone, thanks so much for hanging with me and for working on this fun little project, this envelope journal, or what should we call it, like pocket journal, maybe an envelope pocket journal. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope you'll try it and kind of think through what I did and what could have gone better. So a couple of things just as a reminder: when you're gluing this envelope to this envelope, leave yourself a little space here. Don't butt them up together, because then you'll avoid this rolling right here. So I'll probably cut these down just a smidge. And then when you're doing your cover, pull that envelope, both envelopes, you know, past your inside envelopes, and then that way you can use that flap of the envelope to bridge. That'll be your extender pretty much. So I hope that helps a little bit when you're doing it to, you know, to make it a little bit cleaner. Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna fix it up just a little bit, I think, and I'll show you when I get it done what it looks like. Okay, well, thanks again Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And if you do make one, put it over on our Facebook group, Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Show us what you did. I would love to see it. Or if you've made one in the past, put a picture over there. I'd love to see it. Share with our friends. So just want to remind everyone that we pray blessings over you and you're so loved. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.